Hey guys, it's me, Ron Williams. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Natural Mr. World, Natural Mr. Universe, and Natural Mr. Olympia. Also inducted into the Natural Bodybuilders Hall of Fame. Now that is a mouthful. I want to talk to you about the difference between bodybuilding and powerlifting. There's a huge difference. I used to get this question a lot, and it was about, should I bodybuild or should I powerlift? Both of them are lifting sports. And I've had people say that bodybuilding is just a pretty boy sport because it makes you look good, but you're not very strong. And I would have to respond to that. That depends. It depends on your goals. It depends on how you train. All of those things play into the mix. But if you are a powerlifter, that's a whole different animal. But there are bodybuilders that do powerlifting movements because they want to build a base. And oftentimes, if you're just hardcore powerlifter and you're born with a physique that's not really appealing to the eyes, where you have the rounded shoulders and they kind of slump and the traps that kind of tie into your neck, you know, it's not real aesthetic and pleasing to the eye. And so we add insult to injury by doing heavy deadlifts, which builds the waist and the obliques, and the lifts that you're doing are not really the lifts that gives you the aesthetics of a bodybuilder. So this is what that looks like. You have this bodybuilder who's shaping and carving and balancing his body out. So I want nice shoulders, I want nice lats to build that V shape, and I want to taper my waist, and then I want full quads. Now I want to power lift. So with a power lifter, because they do heavy squats, they're normally huge legs. But because they squat so much, they have huge midsections also. And they're not really concerned about that because this is an area that has to be equally as strong as the lower extremities. What I mean by that is this. When I am squatting, I've got the weight on my shoulders, but as I am going down and stabilizing that weight, my stabilizer muscles have to be equally as strong as my glutes and hamstrings to handle the weight that I'm carrying on my back. And what that can do is actually expand and stretch your stomach wall, and the obliques, as they grow, as they get stronger, they start to grow. So there's a huge difference in the two. Me personally, I started off as a power lifter, heavy deadlifts, heavy squats, heavy bench press. But I also had a natural physique that the powerlifting actually aided that. But you have people that are not necessarily designed to compete in bodybuilding, but they want to build their bodies. You would go at lifting a little bit different. And the powerlifting will only accentuate, what you already have. So I want you to take a moment and ponder on that and say to yourself, what are my goals? What are my goals? When you go in the gym, you should have a goal in mind. The next thing you should do is, once you figure out what that goal is, put together a plan. And oftentimes you see horses when they're in a race, they have the blinders on. You know what do you know why they have the blinders on? They have the blinders on so they can't look to the left or they can't look to the right, because they need to run their own race. And you need to figure out what your goals are. First you have the goal, then you put together a plan, and that plan's got to be believable that you can actually accomplish that, and then you put your blinders on and you focus. The next thing you're going to need is passion. Passion is the fuel that flames this whole process, and then you go for it. But you've got to determine, do I want a powerlifter's physique or do I want a bodybuilder's physique? The way you lift will determine the outcome If you have naturally round shoulders, there's some things that you're going to have to do to bring those shoulders out. What you have, you can always make better. But you don't want to accentuate being a powerlifter and what a powerlifter looks like if really you want to have that pleasant looking physique. There are a lot of bodybuilders out there that look really, really good, but they're not very strong. And then on the other side, there are a lot of powerlifters out there. They don't really look that good, but they're incredibly, incredibly strong. So you make the decision. I hope you like this. I hope it was informative to you. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. If you don't like it, what are you going to do? You're going to give me a thumbs up because I took the time to give you this information. No, I'm just kidding. God bless you guys, and until next time, send in your questions, videos that you would like to see, and let me see if I can put those together for you. God bless you until next time.